when we talk about functions, again, yung functions natin, meron siyang tinatawag na input. Alright? Hindi makikita, no? Hindi nakikita. Meron siyang tinatawag na input. So, every function, meron siyang input. And then, after the input, meron tayong output. Alright? So, a very good example of this one is ito. Alright, a good example is ito. Meron tayong f of x is equal to x squared. This is our function. Yup po. Yes, yes, yes. Alright? So, ito yung ating function. So, for example, meron tayong f of 2. So, our x here is 2. That's our input. So, when we input 2 sa function na to, f of 2, meron tayong 2 squared. That gives us our output, which is 4. So, again, every function, meron siyang input, meron siyang output. Alright? And then, always remember, pag sinabi nating function, ito yung kanyang mga characteristics, no? Functions can be one-to-one. Right? Yung kanyang relation, one-to-one. Pwede siya. Check yan. Pwede rin siya many-to-one. Check. Pero hindi siya pwedeng one-to-many. Hindi pwedeng ganito. This is not allowed. This is not a function. Alright? So, ito sila, we call this as, again, functions. Ito, this is only a relation. Alright? So, again, always remember, pag sinabi nating function, lahat ng functions, all functions are relations. Pero hindi lahat ng relations, function. I hope that that makes sense. So, again, lahat ng functions are relations, but not all relations are functions. Now, how do we identify functions if we are dealing with ordered pairs? Example, meron kang ordered pairs na ganito. Meron kang set of points na ganito. 0, 1, and then 1, 2, 2, 3, and then 3, 4. Alright? Will this set of points considered as a function? Alright? Pwede ba siya maging function? So, again, the answer is yes. Why? Look at this. Yung x natin, x value, hindi siya bumabalik. Alright? Hindi siya bumabalik. Remember again, when we deal with ordered pairs, always natin tatandaan, x value should not be repeated. Pwedeng bumalik yung y, pero hindi pwedeng bumalik yung x. Alright? Another example, ito. Wait, let me just add a pen. Green na dark. Okay, I think it's better. Alright, another example is, tayo natin ito. 1, 2, ano pa? Let's say 2, 2, 3, and then 2, and then 4, and then 2. Is this a function? GenMath po. Yes, GenMath. Is this a function? Function pa rin. Bakit? Bakit siya function? Alright? Bakit siya function? Kasi nga, again, always remember, ang function could be 1-to-1. Pwede siya many to 1. Alright? So, this is an example of many to 1. Maraming x value, isa lang yung y value. That's many to 1. Alright? Ito naman is 1-to-1. Isang x sa isang y. Isang x, isang y. Isang x, isang y. Isang x, isang y. Alright? So, again, function can be 1-to-1, many to 1. What about this? You're gonna do 1, 2, and then 2, 3, and then 2, 1. Is this a function? Hindi siya function. Alright? Hindi siya function. Bakit? Kasi nga, bumalik. Alright? Bumalik. Alright? So, always remember, again, when we talk about function, remember this one. Pwedeng ibalik yung y, pero hindi pwedeng ibalik ang x. Ganon siya. So, bawal ibalik ang x when we talk about function. Alright? Now, what about if ganito? What if, instead of ordered pairs, meron kang graph. Example, this one. A parabola, for example. Is this a function or not? Or I will draw na lang another pa. Ito. Example, meron akong, let me see. Meron akong ganito. Oops, ano nangyari? Right? I have these two graphs. Which of this is a function? Is it A or B? Comment daw. A yung function. What about B? Bakit hindi function yung B? What makes B not a function? Limits tomorrow we'll try. Alright, we'll try limits. Pero again, I think I posted already a video on limits sa TikTok. Right? Okay, good. So again, if you are given a graph, to test whether it's a function or not, we are going to make use the vertical line test. Alright, so the vertical line test, the VLT. Paano ginagamit yung vertical line test? Alright? Paano ginagamit yung vertical line test? All you have to do is drop a vertical line. Alright, sa function mo. And look at the point of intersection. If yung vertical line will intersect the graph more than once, that is not a function. Just like this. Alright, meron siyang maraming intersection, more than one. So, not a function. This is a function. Anong gagawin natin dyan sa 5x cubed? After this, we'll do piecewise. Anong gagawin natin sa 5x cubed minus 40? Alright? So, I do hope klaro yung concept about functions so far. Alright? I do hope klaro yung concept ng function so far. Now, what about if meron kang ganito? 5x, wait. We're gonna do f of x is equal to 3x squared minus 5x plus 10. And then you are asked to find f of 0. How do we do this? How do we do this? If meron kang ganito. Right? Right? Anong gagawin natin if meron tayong ganito? Very good. Alright? So again, this is just, most students kasi are confused. Anong gagawin dito? Anong gagawin? So again, if you are given just like this, ang gagawin mo lang is, again, you are asked to evaluate. You are asked to evaluate the function at x equals 0. So ang gagawin mo lang, basically, very straightforward, lahat ng x dyan, replace mo lang by 0. Alright? Replace mo lang by 0. So this is actually equal to 10. Alright? So f of 0 is equal to 10. Alright? What about f of negative 3? Anong gagawin natin dyan? Or what will be the value? So, f of negative 3, again, very straightforward. Lahat ng x, palitan mo lang ng negative 3. So, negative 3 squared minus 5, negative 3 plus 10. So, this is negative 3 squared, that's 9, times 3, that's 27. Positive, a negative times negative, positive, so that's plus 15. And then, plus 10. Alright? Ganun lang. Okay? So again, that's how you evaluate functions na ganito. So ilan to? This is 25 plus 27, that's 52. Alright? And then basically, you can actually solve functions using your calculator. Alright? Paano siya gawin? Paano siya gawin? So in your calculator, example, the same function, and then you are asked to evaluate f of 2, f of 5, f of 8, f of 20, f of negative 10. Just like that. So, example, ganyan. So, how do we make use of our calculator to make our solution more efficient and faster? So, again, you can make use of your calculator. Paano? So, we will input the entire formula sa calculator natin. So, ang gagawin mo lang is, we're gonna do 3x squared, and then minus 5x plus 10, and then start calculating. So, calculate natin. Calculate x is 0, that gives us 10. That's our answer earlier. Calculate again, x is negative 3, that gives us 52. That's our answer. And then, when we do f of negative 10, so we have negative 10, that gives us 360. Then, calculate again, f of 2, that gives us 12. And then, calculate 5, that gives us 60. Calculate 8, that gives us 162. And then, the last one, that's 20. That gives us 1,110. Alright? So again, that's how to make use of your scientific calculator. Alright. Let's try, alright? Pag-add daw yung ano, let's try. I have here actually a graphing. Alright? This was, kailan ba to? This kanina, parabola. Let's see. Alright, x cubed. Yan. Is this a function? Yes or no? Function to, yes or no? Yes. Alright? And then, you know, alright? Asan si you know? Ang ano niya, y raised to, this is an odd, right? Cube yan, cube. But again, this is still a function. Or are you referring dito? No. That's invalid. X equals y cube. Pag ganyan, so basically, is this a function? Alright, so again, just remember, drop a vertical line test. Dito, look, mga asymptotes yan. It may seem they are intersecting, but then again, that is actually an asymptote. If you move closer and closer, you will actually see na hindi yan siya nagpo-fall. Asan na ako? Hindi yan siya nagpo-fall or nagmi-meet sa isang fixed point. Alright? Yan. So again, this is a function. What about x raised to 5? Is this a function? Function ba to? Yes, alright? It's a function. It's a, ano bang tawag sa 5? Quintic, right? Quintic function. Alright, so again, that's how we evaluate function. Let's do piecewise.
Hi. Our lesson is about representing real life.
So again, pag sinabi natin piecewise function, let me just browse the... Ito yung example of a piecewise function or a hybrid function. Asan na? Ito. Alright? Ito yung example, again, of a piecewise function. So, what have you noticed sa piecewise function? Anong nandito? Alright, meron siyang if, meron siyang condition, meron siyang mga sub-functions, right? So, anong ibig sabihin nito? Anong ibig sabihin nito? Right? So, anong ibig sabihin nito? So, example, x is -2. What will I do? If this is the case, what will I do? X is -2. I need to substitute. Yup. Pero saan? Saan ako magsa-substitute? Sa less than 0. Alright? So again, this might appear confusing, pero again, piecewise functions are very straightforward. So all you have to do is, again, look at the condition. The x value is -2. Tignan mo yung condition is -2 less than 0. That is true, right? Alright, that is true. So meaning to say, since this is true, you are going to make use of this function. So if you're going to evaluate, if you are asked to evaluate f of -2, so basically this is just equal to -2 plus 2, that is a 0. Alright? What about if we are asked to evaluate f of 0? What's the value? Is this 0? How do we evaluate this? Alright, so asan na condition yung totoo? Which condition is true? This one or this one? So basically, ito yung totoo, right? Because again, it says here, x is greater than or equal to 0. So if x is 0, this is true. So if we are going to evaluate this one, this is just 2 times 0 minus 1 or simply negative 1. So f of 0 is just negative 1. So again, that's how you do it when you are dealing with piecewise function. So just look at the condition carefully. Ganun lang. Yung sa may, di ko naman sunod. What? Okay. Sige daw. I have here a problem. And then I want you guys to express this one. Alright? I want you guys to find the function of this situation. Ito yung situation natin. So, ang sabi dito, si John plays in a computer shop where the cost of computer rental is 20 pesos per hour. If there is a promo, he will only pay 15 pesos per hour if the time of his usage extends beyond 3 hours. So, express the cost of the hourly rate of John's usage. So, again, I want us to create the function of John's cost with respect to the hourly usage, no? So how do we do this? Paano yan? Paano yung gagawin natin? How do we approach this problem? And then I am going to ask you, if si John gumamit siya ng computer, ilan yung babayaran niya if ginamit na yung computer for example 5 hours? Alright? So kung 5 hours, let's say 30 minutes, right? So I want us guys to calculate ilan yung babayaran niya if ito yung kanyang oras, no? 5 hours and 30 minutes. Dalawa yan ha. Isa 5 hours, isa 30 minutes. So how do we solve this? Sige daw, try natin. $15 times 5. Alright, 75 pesos. That is correct. Pero what is the function? Ano yung function natin? Is this a piecewise function or regular na function lang? Piecewise, right? So, ano yung function natin? Remember, dapat meron tayong ganito. Right? Dapat meron tayong ganito. Kasi nga, piecewise, right? I want us guys to create the function. Ito. Yung ating function notation. So, from here. Understand the problem carefully. Then later, we'll have more of this. Bibigyan ko kayo ng maraming word problems about function. So, how do we solve this? Sa mga nandito, if possible, no, double tap yung ating screen para mas malawak yung ating reach. Ang dami natin, no? 17,000 tayo ngayon. Invite your friends kung meron kayong mga kakilala na grade 11 and then struggling with this topic, no? Para again, my weakness. Akala ko siya yung weakness mo. Word problem lang pala. F of x 20 if or greater less than 814. We will solve this together. Alright? Ang kailangan lang talaga sa word problem is a little comprehension. Yun talaga. Alright? Huwag kang mag-overthink if you are dealing with word problem. Bawal mag-overthink if you are dealing with word problems. Just comprehend ano yung given and then start from there. Alright? Sabi ni Rex, easy daw. Lesson namin to tomorrow. So naka-advanced study pala si This is hindi po siya economics, math po ito, Gen Math grade 11 lesson. It's a piecewise function, but then again, piecewise functions or functions in general, ginagamit siya sa economics. Alright? Si Kaelo, hinahamon ni Kael si Rex. Gawa ka daw ng subfunction. Ano yung ating subfunction? Again, ito. Alright? Ano yung ating piecewise function of this problem? Ito. Itong problem na to is very straightforward lang naman. Right? Later, I will have mas mahirap no, ng mga word problems dito. Sige, so can we do it together na lang siguro, no? So that we can save time and then makaproceed tayo with another problem. Sige, ito gawin natin. So, ang mangyayari dito is we will again compute, no, yung cost ni John of the rental with respect sa number of hours and the cost of per hour. So, ang gagawin na natin dito is ito. So, remember, yung cost ni John will be this. Cost will be equal to the cost per hour and then multiply natin by the number of hours. Alright? So, basically, in the first part of the problem, ano lang yan, right? That is just f of x is equal to 20x. Ganun lang, right? That's the first part. Yung second part will be what? F of x is equal to 15x. Alright? So, ito yung ating mga sub-functions. F of x is equal to 20x. F of x is equal to 15x. But the question is, how do we create the piecewise function from these two sub-functions? Alright? So, ang gagawin natin is ito. So, meron tayong f of x. This is equal to 20x. Kailan magiging totoo yung 20x? This is true if what? If John's usage will be what? Yung John's usage will be greater than or equal to 1 and less than or equal to 3. Ito yung condition niya. So, kung yung usage ni John is less than 3 hours, less than or equal to 3 hours, so basically, our function will be 20x. Kailan naman magiging 15x? So, it will become 15x if yung x is greater than 3. Because again, ito yung promo natin. Look at the promo. Alright? If his usage extends beyond 3 hours, ang cost will be 15 pesos per hour. So, this will be now our piecewise function. Ito na. So, we are not trying to solve if 5 hours. So, if x is 5, we're gonna do f of 5. F of 5, asan condition yung true? This is the condition, right? That's the condition. So, meaning to say, this is just equal to 15 times 5. This is 75. Meaning to say, if 5 hours yung usage, magbabayad ka ng 75. So, what if 30 minutes? Or, in other words, that is f of 1/2. This is just equal to 20 times 1/2 or simply 10. So, pag 30 minutes lang yung usage, magbabayad ka ng 10. Pag 5 hours yung usage, magbabayad ka ng 75. Ganun lang siya. Alright? So, I hope that is clear to everyone. Klaro ba so far? Yung ating example? Again, from the problem, we create the piecewise function and then we solve for specific x values. Alright? Sige. Alright. Let's do a difficult one, alright? That's very easy. Alright? No challenge yan kay Rex. So, hanap tayo ng medyo mahirap. Try natin. Reattempt. Let me see. Hanap tayo, ha? ng mahirap na problem. Piecewise, piecewise. Yung challenging naman kay Rex. Eto, I think this will do. I think this is very hard. Hanap tayo ng hindi moderate lang. Tapos moderate and then hard. Eto, I think this is easy. Moderate. This is moderate. Let me just paste that one. Alright. So, ang sabi dyan, pataas po SS ko lang. Asan yan? Sige. Yes, GenMath po ito. GenMath. General Math. Yung problem? Alright. Again, just so you know, no need to take screenshot kasi nga, this one will be uploaded sa classroom. Alright? So, just make sure lang to join the classroom para meron kayong copy of this material. I will be posting this one. Do not worry. Okay, so again, ito yung ating problem. The base salary of a worker is 62 pesos per hour for the first 8 hours. Alright? So, alam naman natin no, na yung ating working hours per day is actually 8 hours. So, you are paid 62 pesos per hour. If the worker works overtime, alright, if the worker works overtime, the additional salary is 150% of the base pay per hour. Alright, so which of the following shows the alright, I did not include the choices para ma-challenge yung brain natin to answer. Actually, meron siyang choices, but then again, I excluded it. So, how do we answer this problem? Paano? So, again, what we need is a little bit of comprehension lang talaga. Sa tingin niyo ilang sub-functions ang nandito? Ilang sub-functions? I think that's the first thing that we should identify. Ilang sub-functions kaya ang nandito? Aray. Tatlo? Try to read and understand the problem again. There are how many sub-functions? Dalawa. Yeah. That's actually correct. Dalawa. Dalawa lang. Alright? Dalawa lang yung ating sub-functions. So, I want you guys to write first our sub-functions. Kahit wala munang conditions. The sub-functions lang muna. Later, we will identify the conditions. Who can identify the first sub-function? Sub-function po, balik ako taas ha, ito po. Just like this, oh. Ito yung mga sub-functions of a piecewise function. Alright, ito yung sub-function, ito yung sub-function. Sige. So, sabi ni, dalawa yung sub-function, which is actually correct. Alright? So, identify the sub-functions. Kahit wala lang munang mga conditions, that will do. Anong topic? This is Gen Math. Again, sa mga nandito, if possible, double tap the screen para mas malawak yung ating reach. And then, if it's okay, follow na lang din and then share our live. Thank you so much sa mga 26 new followers. And then sa 34,000 na people na nandito. Alright. So, ano yung first sub-function? $62 what? Ano yung 62? Kasi if you only give me 62, pwede rin siya, constant function, pero is it really 62 lang? $62 what? Per hour. So how do you do that? How do you write that as a function? 62 per hour. You're gonna do? That's correct. 62 per hour. So how do you do that? $62 what? Very good. Alright? 62x. Very good. So, again, yung ating first sub-function, this is f of x is equal to 62x. That's our first sub-function. Alright? Again, wala mo ng conditions, ha? Wala mo ng conditions. Functions muna tayo, yung mga sub-functions. Isa-isahin natin. Now, what is the next sub-function? Ang sabi natin earlier, dalawa yung sub-functions. Right? This is correct. Ito. Tama yan. Ano yung isa? Anong sabi sa problem? If the worker works overtime, the additional salary is 150% of the base per hour. So, meaning to say, meron kang if you work more than 8 hours, sasahod ka ng 62 pesos per hour plus your base salary which is 62, i-multiply mo yan by 150, right? 150%. So, how do we represent that one? 93? 93x, 50. Bakit parang bumaba? Bakit parang bumaba yung 50? Sige daw. Asa na si Rex? 62x. Alright, 150% of 62 is 93. Alright, that makes sense. And then, so ano yung ating function? 62x plus 150%. Ano yung ating function if this is the case? Yes, again, ang subfunction ng hinahanap natin. Hindi x ang hinahanap ha, yung subfunction. Function in terms of x. Alright, sige. To help you out, kung mag-overtime ka, if you did overtime, nakapagtrabaho ka ng 8 hours, right? That is given. Since nag-overtime ka, meaning to say you already work for 8 hours. Tama? Is that correct? Nag-overtime ka, since nag-overtime ka, it is actually given na nagtrabaho ka na ng 8 hours. That make sense? So far, to be, not to be rude, but to be honest, answers are quite far. 496. Alright, 496. That is good. 496. Anong gagawin mo sa 496? What will happen sa 496? 496 is a correct figure. Yes, ayun yung 8 hours ng 92. Very good. So, meaning to say, pag nag-overtime ka, it's already given na meron ka ng 496, right? Meron ka ng 496. Plus what? 150% of the base pay per hour. Alright? 150% of the base pay per hour. Ilan yung 150% of 62? Ilan yung 150% of 92? 527? Sorry, 62, sorry. 150% of 62. 93, alright? So, meaning to say, you're gonna do 93, multiply this one by what? The hours na tinrabaho mo, minus the 8 hours. That makes sense? So, this will be our another subfunction. Ito. Alright? Ito yung ating another subfunction. So, meron tayong f of x is equal to, saan ang galing yung x? Ito yung oras na magtatrabaho ka. Alright? So, example. Nag-work ka ng 10 hours. Nag-work ka ng 10 hours. Ilan yung overtime mo dyan? Yung overtime mo lang is 2, right? So, meaning to say, this 93 will be just multiplied by 2. Alright? So, again, remember, yung x natin is the number of hours. So, denote lang natin dito para hindi masyadong malito. Let x equals the number of hours. Alright? That makes sense? Or may mga questions ba? Yung medyo basic, yung next po muna. This is actually basic. That make sense? Alright, kung gusto niyo ng hard, I can give you 3. Alright. So again, hindi pa tayo tapos. Alright, hindi pa tayo tapos. Ito lang yung mga sub-functions natin. Now, let's try to create the piecewise function. Yes, very good. Very good. Kasi nga, dito, yung 93 per hour, this is only intended for the overtime. Ilan ba yung considers overtime? That's more than 8, right? Pag lalagpas ka ng 8 hours, that is considered as overtime. That is why we always subtract 8 dito. For us to really compute, ilang hours lang yung overtime mo. And then kung ilang hours yung overtime, that will be multiplied to 93. Alright? Alright. Saan nakuha yung 496? Saan nakuha yung 496? Yung 496, this is just 62 times 8. Alright? 62 times 8. Kasi nga, this is the function if mag-overtime ka. So, pag nag-overtime ka, it is given na you already work for 8 hours. So, 62 times 8, 496. Alright? Sige. So, let's try to write the piecewise function dito. So, we're gonna do, sa baba na lang, dito. Yung, para makita. Eto. Sige. Eto. So, let's do the piecewise function. So, f of x equals what? Again, ito yung ating form. Ito yung ating form. So, equals, wait, is it? Bakit ganun? Home. Wait lang ha. Bakit nakaganon? Naka-automatic shape ba ako? Wala naman. Insert. Huwag kang mag-automatic shape. Yan. Alright, so ito yung gagawin natin. Alright, so meron tayong, ano yung first function natin? 62x. 62x. This is true if what? This is true if, anong sabi sa problem? 62 pesos per hour for the first 8 hours. So this is actually when x is greater than or equal to 1, but less than or equal to 8. Ito yung ating condition. Alright, ito yung ating condition. Next, what about itong 496? So, itong 496 plus 93 times x minus 8, this is true if yung number of hours is greater than 8. So, kung meron kang overtime, this is the computation of your salary per day. That makes sense? Alright? Sige daw, try natin. Ilan yung, or evaluate natin, if a person, or if you work for 10 hours, ilan yung payment mo within that day? Ilan yung payment mo within that day? Asan yung ating gagamitin? The first sub-function or the second sub-function? Ang gagamitin natin will be the second. Very good. So, mangyayari dito, this is what? 496 plus 93 times 10 minus 8. Right? So, this is now 496 plus 93 times 2. Alright? So, ilan ito? Let's calculate. Gamit tayo ng calculator. 496 plus 93 times 2. That gives us 682. So meaning to say, if you work for 10 hours, yung sahod mo will be 682 sa isang araw. Alright? If nag-work ka ng 10 hours. Now, what about if half day ka lang, half day? Yan. Ano yung sagot natin? Half day lang. First, so, mangyayari will become 62 times 4. This is 240, 248, right? Tama, no? 248. Alright? Yes, tama. Alright. Now, what about if nagtrabaho ka for f of 8, 7 over 2. 17 over 2, I mean. F of 17 over 2. Ano yan? First or second? First sub? Second sub? Second? Alright. This is second. Bakit? Ano ba yung equivalent ng 17 over 2? That is 8.5, right? Yes, piecewise. Ano? 17 over 2? Let me see. Tama ba ako? 17 divided by 2. It's 8.5, right? Yeah, 8.5. Yes, piecewise po. So again, 8.5. Nag-overtime ka? Wala. May overtime or wala? Overtime. So since nag-overtime ka, do number 2. So ilan yung take-home pay mo per day? If you work for 17 over 2 hours. Yes, 8 hours and 30 minutes. So anong gagawin mo? This is just 496 plus 93 times 8.5 minus 8, or that's 0.5. This will be your take-home pay for that day. 492.5. Alright? Nakuha? Sige daw. Last one. Last one for this. What if you work for lagay natin lagay natin 7 hours 45 minutes. So ano yan? 7 hours 45 minutes. Is it first sub, second sub? First sub. Good. So ilan yung ating take home? Grade 11. So, ilan yung babayaran natin? Or ilan yung ating take-home pay? Alright? Saan ang ginawa nyo? 45 minutes. So, basically, that is just 62 times 7.75. Tama? Kasi 45. 3/4 yan. Yes, Gen Math po. So, that gives you this. 480.50. Meron bang nakasagot? 480.50? Remember, 45 minutes is what? 3/4. Yan, right? 3/4. 3/4, di ba? 45 minutes. Kasi that is 45 divided by 60. Tama? That's 3/4 or 0.75. Alright? Saan ang galing yung 62? 62 is dito, sa problem po. Yan yung base payment mo per hour. I hope that makes sense. Sige. Let's try this. I'll give you the piecewise function muna. Alright? Hindi muna kayo mag-create ng piecewise function. I'll give you the piecewise function. Ito. And then, I'm going to ask you lang questions. Okay? So, again, ito yung piecewise function. In a certain country, income tax is assessed by using the function below. So, again, this is also true in the Philippines. Alright? Meron tayong bracketing in terms of tax payment. No? If you are earning, example, less than 200,000 a year, basically, wala kang tax na babayaran. Alright? Hindi ka taxable. If, example, you are earning more than 200,000 a year, meron kang tax. Maybe 3% or 5% of your gross income. Ganon siya. So, again, that is true to all countries. So, example ito, in a certain country, income tax is assessed by using the function below. So, meron tayong piecewise function. Meron tayong tatlong sub-functions where f of x is the percentage of the income that must be paid as tax and x is the amount of income. Alright? So, dito, if you are earning less than or equal to $15,000, wala kang tax na babayaran. Alright? Wala kang tax na babayaran. Next, if you are earning between 15,000 and 30,000, eto, you are paying 12%, alright, of your income. If you are earning above 30,000, you will be paying 18%. Alright? So, ito yung mga questions. So, ilan yung tax na babayaran mo, alright, if yung income mo is ito. Saan na yun? Alright. Ito. If your income is 28,000, what amount of tax will you pay? Yeah, 12% is a percentage. But what is the amount of tax that you are going to pay? That's the question. You're giving me the 12%, all right? But again, hindi yan yung inihingi. Ang inihingi is ilan yung amount of tax that you are to pay. All right. So that will just be alright, so again yung sinasabi ko always, when you are dealing with word problem, ang kailangan talaga is comprehension. Alright? Comprehension. So, do not answer kung hindi mo naiintindihan yung the question in its entirety. Alright? AJ Franco, that is correct. You know, anong kulang dyan sa sagot mo? So, this is actually equal to meron kang 12% of 28,000, right? And this gives you $3,360. All right? Next. Ito. If your income is 14,500, what amount of tax will you pay? Alright, very good. That is 0. Alright? Bakit siya 0? Kasi nga, andito. Alright? This is our condition. Ano pang next? Alright. Let's have this. Ito. You're buying t-shirts for the math club members. The t-shirt company will charge you according to the function below, where C of X is the total cost of the t-shirts and X is the number of t-shirts that you order. So, meron tayong function, f of X is equal to 12X if X is greater than 0 and less than or equal to 10. 10x if x is equal or greater than 0 but less than or equal to 50. So, let's try to answer this question. Ito. So, if you can get 51 members of the math club, how much will the 51 t-shirts cost? Sige daw. Kung nakakuha ka ng 51 members and then each member will have a t-shirt, ilan yung cost of the 51 t-shirts? Alright, anong gagawin natin dito? This is just, so if we're going to look at our function, the third subfunction is true, right? It's greater than 50. So you're gonna do f of 51, this is equal to 8 times 51, this is 408. Alright, so this is actually 408. So that is the cost, alright? Meron bang sinabing wala, no? Walang currency na binigay. So, 408 lang. Right? Alright. Sige. Next. Next question. If you only have 5 members, ilan yung babayaran mo? 5 members lang. Ilan yung babayaran mo if you only have 5 members? Good. So again, the cost will be tawag nito, ang cost will be 12. So, meron kang f of 5. This is just 12 times 5. This is 60. Alright, next. This is a bit complex. Ito. Let's see. Wait. Okay. Hindi siya maano. Alright, this one. Let's try this if we can crack this one. Yan. So, you end up with 30 members. Parang kang 30 members who want to buy a t-shirt. You want to sell the shirts and end up making $100 profit for an end-year party. How much should you sell each shirt for? Paano yan? So, bibili ka ng t-shirt and then meron kang 30 members. Tapos, bibili ka ng t-shirt. Alright, bibili ka ng t-shirt for your 30 members. And then, you wanted to have a $100 na profit for the end year party. So, if you are going to resell the t-shirt sa members mo, magkano yung dapat mong selling price? That's the question. 3.3. Kung 3.3, you bought the t-shirt for how much, right? By the way, anong sub-function ang gagamitin natin? First, second, third. Second. So, meaning to say, pagbili mo ng t-shirt, that every t-shirt cost 10 pesos, right? Or $10. So, ilan yung selling price mo? You purchase the t-shirts, t-shirt, $10 per shirt. And then, you wanted to have a $100 profit. So, magkano yung selling price mo? Alright, that's actually correct. Ace, ZT. Is that 33 or 34? Can you check down the rounding of numbers? Is it 33 or 34? Can you check again your computation? 33? Sige. 34? Sige, try natin ha. So, anong gagawin natin? So, meron kang 30 members. Alright, meron kang 30 members. This is sub-function 2, right? So, meaning to say, the cost of buying the 30 t-shirt is just 300. So, f of 30, this is 10 times 30, 300. Alright? That's 300. Ito yung payment mo. The cost of buying the t-shirt. Now, ang gusto mo, meron kang profit na $100. So, anong gagawin mo dito? Anong gagawin mo? Meron kang profit na $100. So, ang gagawin mo is 300 plus 100. Right? So, meron kang 400. So, kailangan mo ng $400 para makakuha ka ng $100 na profit. Alright? So, How many members are there? There are actually 30, right? 30. So, ang gagawin mo lang is 400, i-divide mo siya by 30. So, magkano yan? Let's do that. 400 divided by 30. That gives you this. That's 33, alright? So, every member, you are going to sell the t-shirt $13.33 to every member para makagain ka ng what? $100 na profit. Okay? I hope that makes sense now. Function, ano po? Functions, grade 11. Piecewise function, grade 11. Alright. So, let's go back to the hard questions na. Asa na ba yung aking piecewise functions exercise? Okay. This time again, you are going to create the functions. The piecewise function. Let's do some hard problems. Let me just browse again. We did that one. Eto kaya. Let me see. Oh, eto. Parang mahirap to. Pero you can do this. Kaya niya to, kaya niya to. Wait. This. Yan. This is the problem. Or, yeah, this is the problem. So, a souvenir store charges 15 pesos per keychain for orders amounting to 50 or fewer keychains. 12.50 per keychain for orders of 75 or fewer, but more than 50 keychains. And 10 pesos per keychain for orders of more than 75 keychains. Alright, so again, what will be our function? So before you answer that, tell me how many sub-functions are there in this problem. Tatlo. Very good. Tatlo. So, let's write first our sub-functions, alright? Wag muna yung mga conditions. Write muna natin yung mga sub-functions. Meron tayong f of x is equal to what? Ano yung ating mga sub-functions? Alright, good. Meron tayong 15x. Meron tayong f of x is equal to what? Ano yung next? Good. So, 12.50 or 12.5x. The third one is f of x is equal to is equal to 10, right? 10x. Alright? So, let's try to set the conditions here. Set natin yung condition. When is this true? Kailan to magiging totoo? 15x. When this is true? Totoo siya if what? 15x tayo if yung order is 50 pieces or fewer. So, meaning to say, this is true if yung order, yung x, is what? Greater than or equal to 1 or amounting to 50 or fewer. How do we understand that? Amounting to 50 or fewer. Is that less than 50 or equal, less than equal? Functions po. Lay the gray functions. Alright, so again, 15x is true if you will buy 1 or more than, but less than or equal to 50. That makes sense? That's the only time, alright, that's the only time na 15x tayo. What about if the second subfunction, 12.5x? Sabi dito, 1250 per keychain for order 75 or fewer but more than 50. So meaning to say, this is if x is more than 50, greater than 50, pero less than or equal to 75. Alright? That's our condition for the second one. The third subfunction, when is this true? 75, 10 pesos per keychain for orders of more than 75. So this is true if x is more than 75. Alright? That will be again the case. So, how do we write the piecewise function using this information? Paano? So, we are going to do k of x is equal to, meron tayong 15x if x is greater than or equal to 1 but less than or equal to 50. Then meron tayong 12.5x if x is greater than 50 but less than or equal to 75. And the last one, we have 10x if x is greater than 75. Alright? So, if meron tayong ganito, what is f of 80? Ilan yung f of 80? How much yung babayaran natin? If we will buy 80. Yes, Maggie, what's the problem? Alright, that is actually 800. Alright? Kasi nga, pag 80, this is what? This is this part of our piecewise function. So, 10x tayo. Alright? 10x tayo. Alright? 10x tayo. So, what if we will have f of 5? F of 5 is just welcome, you know. So, f of 5 is just 75. Bakit? Again, if f of 5 or x is 5, this is true. Right? So, this part of our piecewise function is true. So, we will write 5 times, 15 times 5 or 75. Alright? Ganun lang. So, again, yung piecewise function, it needs a little bit of comprehension lang talaga. Konting comprehension lang talaga for us to decode the problem. Alright? So, bawal mag-overthink. Huwag kayong mag-overthink when you're dealing with word problems. Kasi the more you overthink, meron kang mga bagay na isasali dyan sa word problem na hindi naman hihingi. Alright? Mga 9:30, I will end na po. Alright? More or less. Tignan natin kung kaya pa 10. But, I am planning to end 9:30. Alright. Now, this time, your turn. I will no longer help you. Right? Give me the piecewise function. Ito. So, ito yung commonly nangyayari sa mga jeepney. Nagko-commute ka, given a specific kilometers, within that kilometers, ito yung base pamasahe, base fare. Paglalagpas ka niyan, merong mga additional na mga siguro mga 2 pesos per additional 2 kilometers or ganyan. So what will be our piecewise function if we are dealing this problem? Right? So the base fare is 8 pesos for the first 4 kilometers and an additional 1.50 pesos per kilometer for the succeeding kilometers. Express the fare for x kilometers as a function of x. So how do we do that? So just comment done if you are done with the equation or the function, alright? And then I will be showing the correct answer and then just type yes or the same if we have the same answer. Ganun gagawin natin. Huwag na kayong mag-type dyan ng equation kasi I don't know if TikTok will allow you to type no complex equation. So just write done if you are done writing the function and then I will be showing the answer. And then we are just trying to compare no yung answers natin. Again, comment done lang if tapos na kayo with the function. And then we will compare our answers. Again, ang problem natin is the base jeepney fare is 8 pesos for the first 4 kilometers and an additional 1.50 per kilometer. For the succeeding kilometers, express the fare for x kilometers as a function of x. So how do we do that? Again, just comment done if you are done answering. And then we will compare our answers. Alright, 2 Maisie is done. What about the others? By the way, the video recording will be uploaded sa YouTube. The entire thing, walang cut. Alright? So, kayo na lang bahala mag-skip. If ever you want to review. Alright, si Kai is also done. Alright, done. We'll just have one more. And then we'll show the answer. And then again, when I show the answer, kindly write kindly comment no tawag nito the same if the same tayo ng sagot. Same lang din po, nasa bio ko yung link, just click on that one. Alright, so ito yung sagot. Alright, so again, let's try to compare our answers. Ito yung sagot ko. So kindly type na lang the same if the same tayo ng sagot. And then kung hindi tayo the same, try to assess no asan ka nagkamali. The same but what is that? What do you mean? The same but added 950. Ba't ka nag-add ng 950? Okay. Okay lang. 1.5 or 1.50, that's still the same. Ay, naging 950? Bakit siya naging 950? You cannot add this one. Remember, you cannot add this one. You cannot add this one. Why? Because they are different term. This is one term. This is also another term. And you cannot add this one because they are not like terms. Alright, congrats, Kyle. Tumama. Do we need to explain this? Ito? Or hindi na? Explain pa natin? Sige, explain natin. Alright? Sige, so, ang sabi dito again, yung base na pamasahe is 8 pesos, right? So, 8 pesos, ang base na pamasahe for the first 4 kilometers. Alright? So, ito yung base pamasahe natin, 8. So, meaning to say, if yung distance traveled is equal or less than 4 and greater than or equal to 0, 8 yung babayaran mo. Kahit lagay natin, sumakay ka ng jeep, tapos 100 kilometers lang yan, 8 yung babayaran mo. Yun yung pamasahe. Right? Yun yung pamasahe. Pero, ano nangyari dito? Pag lalagpas ka ng 4 kilometers, may additional na 1.50 per kilometer. So, remember this one. Ang 150, this is per kilometer. Dadadag mo siya per kilometer. Alright? Hindi mo siya idadagdag sa base price mo. Directly. You are multiplying this 150 per kilometer exceeding 4 kilometers. That is why meron tayong 150 dyan, 1.5 times x minus 4. Kasi nga, ito yung 4, di ba? 4 kilometers, the first 4 kilometers, 8 yung babayaran mo. So, kung lalagpas ka ng 4 kilometers, tsaka ka magdadagdag ng 1.5 per kilometer. So, ito yung ating piecewise function from this. Okay? Question? Or kung wala na, we'll have another example. Alright. This one is a bit hard, I think. Pero again, it just need a little comprehension. Yun ang talaga yung kailangan. Sige. Eto. So, the same yan kanina, no? Yung ginawa natin, yung previous example. Balik lang tayo, ha? Dito. The same yan. No. The same yan dito. Yung concept is the same here. Asa na yun? Eto. The taxpayer should pay 6% of his total income if his income amounts to 500,000 or below. Sorry. If his income is between 500,000 and 1 M, the taxpayer should pay 8% of the total income. If the income is 1 million or more, he should pay 9.5 of the total income. So again, let me ask you this. How many sub-functions are there? How many sub-functions are there? 3. Alright, very good. That's 3. So, what is the first sub-function? 3. Very good. 3 lang. Alright? Bakit 6 to Macy? Bakit siya naging 6? Try to read again the problem daw. Alright. Tatlo lang yung ating sub-functions. What's the first sub-function? Sige daw. What is our first sub-function? Ano yung ating first sub-function? 6% of what? What's our function? This will be diretso na lang nato ha. F of x will do tatlo yan, di ba? So, meron tayong yes, ano yung ating sub-function? F of x will be ano yung ating sub-function? Give me the sub-function. Yeah, that's the condition. That's the condition. Ano yung sub-function natin? Yung function. I need a function. 6%. What? 6x. Alright, good. So, ang first sub-function will be 0.06x. Alright? Hindi siya 0.6 kasi that's 60. 6% man, so 0.06x. Alright? When this is true? This is true if what? If yung x or yung sahod mo is greater than or equal to 0, but what? Greater than or equal to 500,000. Alright? Tama? That's one, right? That's the first sub-function. What about the second sub-function? Anong sabi dyan? If his income is between 500,000 and 1M, between, the taxpayer should pay 8% of the income. So, ano yung ating sub-function? That's 8%. Kanina, we have 6%. So, ngayon, meron tayong 8%. So, this will become 0.08x. When this is true? This is true if yung sahod natin is between 5,000 to 1M. So, this is between man. So, that should be 500,000 and between. So, less than 1 million or 1M. Right? Good. Very good, Spider-Man. Alright, that's our second sub-function. What about the third sub-function? That is 0.095. Right? When this is true, kailan yan magiging totoo? Kailan magiging totoo? This is true if yung sahod mo is what? If the income is 1 million or more. So, yung sahod mo is 1 million or more. So, equal or greater than 1M. Kailan po gagamitin yung equal sign? Depende po sa given. Alright? Example, ito. Bakit tayo gumamit ng equal sign dito? Kasi ang sabi, if the income is in math, when you say is, this means equal, is, so if the income is or equal 1M or more, so greater than. Dito, bakit walang equal dyan? Kasi nga, ang sabi, between. May between. So, hindi kasali. Pag sinabi mong between 5 and 2, hindi kasali yung 5 and 2. Alright? So, ito yung ating sagot. Now, evaluate this one. Evaluate f of 1.5m. Ilan yung babayaran ko na tax? Right? So, ilan yung babayaran ko na tax? 1.5m. Yung aking income, no? How much tax will I pay? So, that will be just ano, 0.095 multiply by 1 million, right? 1,500,000. So, 1,500,000. 1.5 million. So, ito yung tax na babayaran ko. Alright?